Trump just declares that DHS will just pay TSA, which I was not aware that was an option.
You could just do that.
It's like reminded me of the Biden thing with closing the border, where you're like, well, if you could have closed the border the whole time, what were we doing here? We could have not had Donald Trump be president. No offense. I'm sure you were doing the best.
I was down there holding it open.
Exactly. Yeah, Odor. You were Odor, waving in every Venezuelan you could find. Oh, you're not MS-13, Matt. Go get someone more dangerous. So apparently Trump could have done this all along. As far as the legality of it, he said his limiting factor was it will be paid for through things that are have a reasonable and logical nexus to TSA operations. So they're just like taking money from the fucking big beautiful bill and just like he has just declared by executive order that he can do that. So fun. Then at 2 a.m, the Senate passes by unanimous consent a bill to fund everything except for ICE and CBP. And they were like, we'll just do the rest by reconciliation with Republican votes. And it seemed like everything was finally done. And lo and behold, later that morning, Mike Johnson's like, fuck that. I don't want to resolve the problem. I hate the Senate. And he is just like, we're not doing that. And they just pass their own totally separate thing that is totally dead on arrival. You just passed an 8-week funding bill with ICE and CBP included. And then they went on a 2-week vacation. So now, like, Republicans have just decided it would be way better if we just owned this whole thing rather than it being like a Republican versus Democrat fight. And House Republicans on the call apparently were tremendously concerned with the owning of this catastrophe, with many people in battleground districts being like, hey, what's the plan here? Now we're just going to own all this shit.